The future is robots and giant cities, and somehow still zero labor laws. Early space travel, where scientists just guessed everything and hoped for the best. Madman plays with science, immediately regrets it, and invents consequences. They brought a giant ape to New York and were shocked. It immediately went badly. Predicted the future, very confidently, and occasionally correctly. Space travel, with the confidence and arrogance of people who had never been to space. Aliens arrived to warn humanity, presumptuous of them, to think we would listen. Find alien frozen in ice, store it in a warm room. Classic mistake. Here was a new idea. Let's make a monster, but this time it was created by radiation. Aliens destroy everything in sight, but lose to bacteria, embarrassing for all. Giant ants, because small ones can't even defend against a magnifying glass. Nuclear fear, but make it very large, very angry, and its breath very hot. A spider, but gigantic, so it's also a psychological horror. Thanks a lot. Space adventure, plus a robot who's nicer than everyone else, in a way. Everyone gets replaced. At first it's horrifying, but actually a major improvement. Man shrinks to doll size, and suddenly, even a house cat can be a final boss. Teleportation works, but now you're also a fly. Should have run a cleaner lab. A blob eats a town, and no one has a plan, except running in different directions. Aliens try to conquer Earth, using pure confusion. Even they don't quite get it. A steampunk time machine, and the future is super weird and awful. Children with glowing eyes? Sounds like a great time to be thankful if you don't have kids. The deep ocean, like deep space, different dangers, same lack of oxygen. The same old Cold War fears, but they made them somehow even colder. Being alone forever with your own thoughts, not as peaceful as it sounds. Space, but also vampires, because this was a time when we had money to throw at everything. Get a group together, shrink them down, send them inside a body. What could go wrong? Now apes run the world, and we hate it, because they're much better at it than we are. Space is beautiful, amazing, thought-provoking, until your computer decides it hates you. Scientists spend a lot of time casually studying disaster, while disaster escalates. The future, and it's very uncomfortable. You can't look away. Space, feelings, confusion, all intentional. Theme park robots gain awareness and instantly quit. Perfect future, as long as you don't get older. Space battles, lightsabers, and the beginning of lifelong arguments. Aliens arrive, and somehow it's actually wholesome. Alien orphaned on Earth disguises himself with a pair of glasses. They go to space, then they immediately regret going to space. Enter mysterious zone, which was a very dumb idea. Space exploration, very slowly, extremely slowly. A sequel that actually wins. Rain, neon, existential dread, absolutely perfect. Alien visits Earth. Everyone cries, including you. Inside a computer was cool before we actually looked inside. After a long, long war, Tiny bears defeat an empire. A robot that keeps coming back again and again and again. Time travel is fun, but then you end up dating your mom? More aliens, way nastier than the first. Invisible alien hunts humans. For fun. I think I read this story in 9th grade. Part man, part machine, all corporate fever dream. Animated sci-fi and complete chaos. The deep sea is amazing and deeply stressful. Reality or installed memory? Does it matter either way? Liquid metal robot and CGI changed everything. They brought dinosaurs back to sell tickets. Immediately becomes a huge mistake. Identity meets technology. 100 questions, 0 answers. Time travel, but it's not really helping. Aliens invade. Now anyone can fly complicated jets in alien spacecraft. Aliens invade again, but it's somehow even cheesier. Weird, loud, ridiculous, and somehow perfect. Your DNA decides everything. That should take the pressure off, right? Reality feels wrong because it is wrong. You're in a simulation. Now let's spend decades questioning everything. A new beginning and strong opinions. A sci-fi love letter, accidentally flawless. Robots feel emotions. Now you do too. Predict crime before it happens. What could go wrong? More action and more confusion. Memories erased on a whim. Regret remains. Everything falls apart exactly as planned. The future, and it doesn't seem to be hopeful. Fix the sun, lose your mind. A tiny robot cleaning up everything. Isolation and trust issues. Big world, blue people, huge money. Dreams inside dreams inside dreams. Good luck. Apes rise, but so far only one can talk. Big questions, unclear answers. Giant robots fight giant monsters, finally. One small step will send you spiraling. Live, die, repeat again. Should have studied those mountains a bit longer. Science and math save him. Questionable potatoes help. Deja vu again, but it still works. Aliens arrive. Communication is super important. Even slower, even better. Well, as long as they don't mess with cats. Beautiful, strange, unsettling. Big finale, and even bigger debates. Time moves differently. Sand, worms, politics, repeat. Back again, on purpose. Everything, everywhere, emotional damage. More water, still breathtaking. AI war. Haven't we done this one already? More sand, more worms, more everything.